Hey, everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's Thursday, where we talk about Bravo and sometimes pop culture. Today, I've got my friends. I've got Dylan and Pat from Bad TV. How you doing, guys?
Pat, you go first. Tell Mary Payne how you're doing.
I'm doing wonderful. I'm happy to be on Pink Shade. I miss you, MP.
Dylan, how you doing?
I echo his sentiments. We miss you. And I just wish that I had a subtitle the way that Pat has on his screen, the bad boy of reality TV recap. Mine's just at Dylan Pete Wren. I feel a little lame, but we miss you terribly, MP. It's really good to see you.
You guys are, Pat, where have you come up with this title, by the way?
Kate Chastain gave it to us from Below Deck.
Okay, so you're sticking with it.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, if Dylan and I don't talk over each other, it's because Reality Steve, when we were on his show, he coached us up, actually chastised us on crosstalk. So that's why we don't talk over each other. Thanks, Steve.
Well, we crosstalk all over each other on this show, and I try to stop, but sometimes you can't help it. You want to make your point.
Yeah.
How's Steve doing? I think he's talking about Dylan. Don't do that. Steve's going to yell at you.
What are you doing?
Steve, is he in trouble now because Bachelor's been canceled? What is Steve doing now? I think he's talking about sports.
Is that true?
We're just lobbing opaque fucking cannonballs at Reality Steve right now on Mary Payne's airwaves.
I don't even know him. Am I supposed to be mad at him? I mean,
no, he's a great guy.
Do you want to talk about how much we don't like Nick Viall? We could talk about that.
Oh yeah, he sucks.
I'm excited.
You suck.
I'm excited to see Taylor Frankie Paul's cut down season of The Bachelorette. You know, we've been begging the show to do shorter episodes, and I think that this season might have 7-minute episodes.
What's the scoop? What's the scoop on that? When are they what is the scoop? When are they releasing?
I think it's September or something. They're going to release it later in the year, but they got a lot of editing to do, and it's strange because there's no amount of editing that could take the person that threw a chair at her boyfriend and child off the television screen. She's the main person.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I love how though they think enough time passes that then it's okay.
Yeah.
Can I tell you? They're not
time
wrong.
heals all chairs being thrown at a baby. You ever heard that saying?
They're not wrong because she's on a little bit of a redemption tour, right? Where she just admitted that she was in and out of a treatment facility, self-checked in and checked right out. I'm just here to tell you that's not great when you check in and check right back out. You should stay a bit.
I don't think it helps that I think her baby daddy or fiance Dakota just called the cops on her again. So he's really throwing a wrench into this. Yeah. Wasn't that this week?
He's a saboteur. He's a real dick. He's just trying to take her down because she's on a path of righteousness and self-improvement. And Dakota's just trying to throw speed bumps in her way.
Is that true? Did he call the cops on her this week? Because they have no contact with each other. They can't be with. Yeah.
It was something over a custody issue again this week. Yeah, I could be wrong. I guess fact check me. By the way, now that we're talking about The Bachelor,
fact checking, it's real. It was a day ago. He called the cops on Taylor Frankie Paul. So, so anyways, we're excited for that season.
Hold on, I want to talk about this because we're talking about The Bachelor. I always say that I should be a producer for TV. You know, by the way, Bachelor people, producers, I know they probably listen to Pink Shade. They're probably big fans. Do not steal this idea. Scrap Bachelor and Bachelorette future shows. Here is your $1 idea because this is what people want to see. Bachelor Legacy. Take the Bachelor cast from season 1 to season 5, 2002 to 2006. Put the best of the best that are all single now. Have them in a house. The show is 1 hour, not 2 hours. You have, 30 people, 15 males, 15 females. It's a recapture of the past. You look back on their past seasons because we love seeing all that old footage. We see what they're up to now. And then we're not reinventing the wheel. We're going on dates with these people, kind of reconnecting them. And it's just going to be a fun show. And I'd love to watch that show on Monday nights.
Like singles and singles.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think that show could easily get 100,000 people.
You think so?
Yeah, easily.
You know who should host it? Our friend, Mark Walberg.
I'd love that.
He'd be so good at it. He'd be like,
steal the reunion. Mm-hmm. That weasel, Nick Viall.
That's right.
Okay. Hey MP, sorry, it's your show. We kind of forget sometimes. We haven't seen you in such a long time, so when we get in these chat rooms with you, we just get excited and want to mix it up and start pitching you our ideas on reality TV.
No. Let's get on reality T. Hey, reality T, I want you to write this. Pat from Bad TV said, why is Nick Viall hijacking reunions from Netflix shows that he doesn't host, that loser?
That
your
is
turn, MP.
That is at Bad TV Podcast. If anybody'd like to make comments, the DMs are open over on at Bad TV Podcast, not at Pink Shade. I have lots. I also have feelings on Nick Viall, but we've discussed it ad nauseum, the three of us. So let me pull up my notes here for Bravo. Let's talk about. I've been listening to all your recaps, of course, as I do, and I have to tell you, your Valley recaps are so funny. And can I tell you that? So whenever I'm always listening on Patreon and I hear it, and it's the Summer of '69 is the song that you play for that show.
Yeah, I think.
Why?
Oh, no. Summer of '69 is, can I just say, big hug through the television screen. I don't know how you find the time to listen to us. We love you for listening to us.
I'm in the car.
Busiest woman in podcasting.
I'm in the car. I'm blow drying my hair. I got time. I got time.
It's The Heat Is On.
The Heat is on.
Glenn Fry.
Yes.
Okay. Is Summer of
Summer
'69?
of '69 is for Summer House.
And by the way, I listen to those too, and I don't even watch Summer House. I just listen to y'all talk about it.
Oh,
that's true.
MP.
The heat is on because it's hot in the Valley. Is that why?
Yes, the Valley is 7 to 15 degrees hotter than other parts of Los Angeles. Right now, it's like, what is it, 77 degrees in Silver Lake? It's actually 127 degrees in Woodland Hills. So, that's just kind of the thing.
Now, MP, the Valley was made fun of for at least 50 years, mocked in multiple movies as a horrible place to live, as a horrible place to be dragged to if you were a girl that wanted to live up in the hills. I think the swingers made fun of, like, don't go to the 818. And now it is the crown jewel of Los Angeles. People are begging to get in to the real estate market here in the Valley.
But Danny and Neo were so poor they couldn't even afford the Valley. They had to go to Santa Clarita.
All of these people are so poor they can't afford the Valley. The Valley used to be a working class for people in the industry with families that were not like, douchebags that lived in Santa Monica and Beverly Hills. Now it's being overrun by, people from the Valley. I mean, the TV show, The Valley, it's bad. Mauricio, we've talked about it before. It's Mauricio's fault. Mauricio has destroyed the Valley.
The agency? It's the agency.
Mm-hmm.
The agency.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can blame him for a few things then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
His wife turned into a lesbian. We blame for that. Yeah.
Oh, she was.
I blame him for that.
That was just her friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna make you love me.
I just remember speaking of the
Stop talking about me. I don't want to be on TV.
Except when I was on TV. Except when I was on TV, giving Kyle, that pretty little lady, a tattoo.
Yeah.
Remember that when she just let her friend tattoo her, or Kyle tattooed her? I was like, this is not regulated. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Weird.
If I was Mo, I wouldn't be as vindictive as him, but I would have definitely had a lot more questions than he had. But anyways, it's fine.
But by the way, if you want to meet Mo in person, head over to Craig's on any night that ends in Y. He'll be leaning up to the bar. And if you're younger than 25, he'll hit on you.
That's where we saw him. We were in LA at Craig's.
I knew it.
Yes. We were done with dinner. It was me and my producer Ingrid and Matt Marr, Reality Gaze. We were at dinner. We'd had a nice dinner, and because why not? We had another drink because I'm definitely sure we needed it, and stood at the bar. And Ingrid's like, 6 o'clock, Mauricio, and it was like 10 o'clock, and he was coming in for dinner with a blonde young lady. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to find him in the daylight, kind of like a day walker kind of sighting, just go to any of the pot shops around Laurel Canyon and Ventura, and you'll see him.
Okay. All right. Well, he's busy. He's booked and blessed.
Yes.
That's so funny. Well, the Valley, I got to tell you, I know that it's depressing, but like you guys have said on your show, like, because you guys are sort of that same age in that same shit with little kids and wives that have had babies. And I do appreciate how you guys are like, yeah, your wife just had a baby. She doesn't want to have sex with you and she doesn't want you to go fishing. Like, yeah. Right?
I think one of the frustrating things about the show is I think that like my generation, to a certain degree, Pat's generation, Pat's an Xer, or Pat's an Xer. I think I'm a millennial, but we're like actively trying to be better fathers than our fathers were, and be more active with the kids, be more engaged with the rearing. And I see my friends and I'm like hopeful, like we're all kind of, trying to do better. And then I watch The Valley and I'm reminded that there are just guys out there that do not fucking get it. I mean, I understand that Luke's has a particularly difficult thing on his hands. I think Kristen is dealing with a pretty serious bout of postpartum anxiety.
Totally.
But I mean, Pat jokes about it all the time. Do this, rub her shoulders and shut your fucking mouth. What are you doing talking about how you feel right now? It's so crazy.
The advice I'd give to young men with a newborn and your wife at home, just shut up for 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. Okay. Well,
that's the best thing you can do.
But by then maybe another baby's come along. So now you got to shut up for 4 years.
Now it's 4.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you get just MASH casualty events. I wouldn't say just shut up for 2 years, but definitely for the first couple of months, 4 to 6 months. Like let's definitely. He was talking about sexual. Luke was talking about his frustration with the sexual fast when she was 3 months postpartum. Right. Which is, I just didn't think guys did that still. It's just such a, not for any kind of altruistic reasoning, but it's just it's kind of like a survival thing. Like you don't want to go in that area. It's actually really dangerous.
Oh, my wife would have put me in a headlock and choked me out. I wouldn't even go near there.
Yeah. It's just like, you're like, they can see, the husband can see what your body looks like mashed potatoes after you had a baby. You know what I mean? They can see what you look like. They can see how you haven't slept. They can see how you're, all the physical stuff plus the mental stuff. And then if the wife has longer maternity leave and stays home and doesn't go back to work or whatever, then you're dealing with like one person hasn't slept. It's really, really bad. And then to have dudes in cargo shorts with cameras in your house all the time, it's got to be like another layer of like, I can't even get in my kitchen to get a Coke because these guys are stomping around my tiny house, Hey, it's officially a hot girl summer, and this is the time of year where I literally thrive because I love to go to the beach. And to me, there's nothing better than getting outside in the salt air and just looking at the ocean. It's such a good reset for my brain. Now, if the beach is not for you, any little change in your routine can give you a great reset. And that's why I love all the products from Thrive Cosmetics. Every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it. Now, lately, I'm very into Thrive's Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon. There are 18 buildable shades. It's super creamy, which is great for those of us ladies of a certain age. It's lightweight. It's not sticky. I really love it. I've got one here at my podcast desk and one in my purse. And I always want to tell you about their Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. I wear it every single day. Every time you see me on YouTube or wherever you see me in the wild, I'm wearing it every single day. And the best part about it is how it just washes off with warm water. It's great. And did you know Thrive gives back? Every time you use your favorite Thrive Cosmetics product, you're doing more than enhancing your glow. You're helping others shine too. With over $150 million in product and cast donations to 600 plus giving partners, your purchase directly fuels real impact. And that's beauty with purpose. Amplify your spring look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/pinkshade for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/pinkshade, and let me know what you got. If you felt stuck trying to lose weight, you're not alone. Enter Weight Loss by Hers. It's designed to support you in reaching your goals, and Hers now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hers, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep the weight off. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. Everything is 100% online through Hers. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you, and if prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. And it doesn't stop there. Weight Loss by Hers goes beyond medication by offering 24/7 messaging with your care team and tons of in-app lifestyle and nutrition tips like recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, sleep content, and more. Even better, with a range of affordable GLP-1 options, Hers makes it simple to find an approach that fits your needs and your budget, if eligible. You'll get a treatment plan personalized to you and unlimited dosage changes as needed. It's weight loss designed to work with your life. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/pinkshade to get personalized, affordable care that gets you. That's forhers.com/pinkshade. forhers.com/pinkshade. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit forhers.com.
MP, have you seen the clear pivot with Bravo programming to now start catering towards viewership of our ilk of parenting? Because Bravo's original programming was, Housewives, and then it was people working at bars. And now of late, you're starting to see this program of family-oriented, like parenting. Because you have, of course, the Valley, and then you have the Shaw's Valley, and what's the other one?
In the city is now
in the city,
all babies and ovulation.
All babies, yeah, they're starting to do that. I think there's more to come, and it's kind of an interesting.
I'm so despondent about the pausing of Ladies of London. Like, what? I mean, that show was.
That's what my wife was saying.
Stellar.
What are you doing? Not greenlighting that immediately. Like, it's just like Rhode Island. It took off. Everybody loved everybody. It was so great. And then, of course, the rumors have come out that Margot and her husband did some sort of lawsuit against Bravo saying she got a bad edit for looking like a homophobe. Well, you were like literally saying to Mark Francis, like, ew, prance away. Like, ew. Like, you were a homophobe, lady. Right.
And I was always trying to be nice to her because I was like, oh, maybe she's got some issues, but no, now I hate her because I think she got so canceled.
How many lawsuits has Bravo had? That's not a reason to slow production down.
Dylan, can I tell you what their problem is? They need to stop making deals. So when Nene comes out and sues them, and then you find out that they made a backdoor deal to give her a reality show, you open up the door. You got to have like a steel wall that says we're not negotiating. Mm-hmm. You signed a contract.
We always say that reality television talent is the lowest rung and they should be treated as such. I mean, that's how we get the best TV. They should be treated like war criminals, honestly. And
I cover Love After Lockup, so there you go.
Right. Back to the Valley real quick. So one of the issues with the Valley that I have is it leans a little depressing.
It does, but that time of your life is kind of depressing.
It can be
really
not fun to watch.
Hard.
It's hard.
So I always say what's missing from the Valley is some fun, and what brings fun is new couples. So if I was a producer in casting, I'd say, why don't we have two younger hot couples in the mix? Because there's nothing wrong. More is always better in reality TV. As Matt Sharp with Love After Lockup in 90 Day, he just throws couples at the, at you.
It's just
he
a rotating door.
5-minute vignettes. And then your brain just keeps getting it. And then they move on really quickly. And now Married at First Sight, I saw they're going to have 7 couples in this new season. Love at First Sight finally realized more is better, 7 couples. I don't understand why the Valley, they threw a bunch of, they added Lala, they added Swartz. I don't really think they add anything to the show.
I think Lala does. Schwartz, I think, is just there to be like, hi. Pat hates
Lala so much.
No, I hate Swartz more.
I know you hate Schwartz, but I didn't know you hated Lala.
Schwartz.
I don't hate Lala. I think she's trying to find her place in the group, and it's kind of as like the mama bear is where I think.
I think Pat's issue, and people can feel this with Lala, is it's a little contrived. The Valley is a
what
massive.
You mean you're going to get popped? What you mean?
Right. So
Homie.
Absolutely not though. Right. We can't do that. You can't go from like criticizing women about their summer bodies and then start talking about how people are going to get capped years later. But the Valley has a serious problem with the cast. I don't think that the cast is entertaining enough. I don't think they're dynamic enough. I don't think they're intelligent enough. I mean, you can see when you're watching reality TV.
How dare you?
You can see when people have a dynamic wit that you want to keep watching. No one on this show has that.
Lacey.
No one on this show has it except for Lacey. Lacey is the only one, and she's not on the show that often.
She doesn't have a dynamic wit. She's just mean.
She's crazy though. I think that she's got a whip, but Nia needs a more robust challenge. Lala is not going to cut it. But if we could talk about bad dads for 1 second, Danny is. You look at Danny, who's, if you have 4 children and your body looks like that,
it's incredible. His body, you're like, wow, you drink a lot, but how does your body look like that?
Yeah. And I'm not saying that, if you're into that kind of thing and that's what makes you happy, that's fine. But it's also very clearly you and Nia are about the presentation. And it's so, they're so bad at navigating like this lie that they're telling, which is, we're just here to hang. No, you guys are here to present this thing. You're both very pageanty. And then you've got Zach, who is just one of the most grating people I've seen on reality TV in some
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Why do I always have to interject? I don't know why I always have to be in the middle. Zach, you do not, you giant-headed monster, you do not have to be in the middle of everything. Oh, but it's a great show. We love covering it.
He has beautiful eyes.
He does have beautiful.
Who do I have a problem with? Well, Danny's closet drinking and hiding White Claws in the bathroom and saying he's not drinking while he's pouring Tito's into his Solo cup. For me, as a wife of a recovering alcoholic, it's pretty fucking triggering. Danny is very triggering to me, and every single thing Lala is saying, as she is also a recovering alcoholic, about when you're hiding it and doing things, everything he's doing is things I used to do, and you have a drinking problem. Like that's it. And the more they can be like, well, everybody else drinks, everybody else puts their shit out there. I'm going to get drunk and fall down and maybe throw up and whatever. Like, right. I'm not in a closet hiding. I'm not taking White Claws up to the bathroom and saying I didn't do it. I'm not saying I'm not drinking at your party while the camera catches you pouring Tito's into a Solo cup. Right. Like, you have a drinking problem. Like, I understand your church, doesn't like gay people and doesn't like drunks. I get it. Right. But you need to he, to me, is the biggest problem. In the leather pants.
Oh my gosh.
The leather pants alone. We hear you, MP.
Well, and the other thing is like
that was upsetting.
Other people do drink, but the wreckage is a self-directed thing. They're not smacking people on the ass or following people into closets and making people feel uncomfortable. They're just embarrassing themselves, which is fine. And maybe they get into a fight. I think the thing that's really frustrating is Danny's. I don't understand the allegiance that the cast has to this queen and king of the show. It's like what anthill empire are these two presiding over? But when Danny gets to fall back on this, I just don't want this narrative to be perpetuated. That's why I'm hiding it. It's like, no, dude, that's not what's going on, man. That's not it. It's a convenient thing for you to say, this is why I'm doing it. You just have a substance abuse problem. It's fine. All of us do, with one way, with one thing
or another. Yes, right.
Yeah, I put this theory out there on our show, which is when Jack left, it opened up like a space. And I think they're all fighting for whose show it is. So they're all kind of like grouping up together to see who to grab power. So Brittany, I think, is lost without Jax, as much of a scumbag as he is, because at least he held power at the top of the pyramid. And now he's gone. It's a free for all. So they're all trying to form their own little groups.
Well, I like how Brittany has come out and just said, like, this shit with Nia, like, she's fake. I like how she's just like, and Chris is like, wow, I've never heard Brittany like have so much vitriol. I was like, she barely said 6 words. She was just like, I don't trust the girl. Well, I don't know why she takes up for her husband. And she just sort of called it like it is with Nia. Yeah. And I liked it because I was like, okay, that made me respect Brittany, that she's just like, I'm not going to go on this narrative like Nia's so nice. Nia's so nice. She's not,
Little Batty gave me some information this week. Danny, are you aware that Danny and Nia have a daughter that is actively an actress making money for the family?
Oh, they have, you mean that one of their kids, the 4-year-old? Yeah. I've seen, come with me as I get ready for my day. As I take my daughter to a blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Well, she's actively working. She's actually kind of funding the family to a certain degree.
Well, she must be a gorgeous child.
Is believed. Yeah.
Who's Little Batty?
That's our listeners. We call them Batty.
Okay. I was like, sorry. Is that a rapper that I don't know? Little Batty?
Okay.
No, that's a little Zan. Little Adelaide is the cutest little kid. The newest. Oh my gosh, she's so freaking cute. But yes, I can't stand the gaslighting of Brittany. Poor Brittany, who is allowing men into her life that are throwing her into hedges and asking her for $40 so they can get home. There's a big problem there, but also leave her alone. If she wants to suck down shellfish the night before a major surgery, let her, okay? She's 100% right about Nia. She's the only one that can see it.
And I'm glad she's the one. I think other people see it, but they don't want to say it.
Oh, Lala sees it.
Of course.
Just so weird. It's like, what are you... You're not going after Alan Dulles and the CIA, okay? It's 2 people that live in a fucking tract home in Santa Clarita. What is everyone so intimidated about? Just be honest about what they're doing.
Well, they're not intimidated by Danny. He's like a caribou with a bum knee. Like you can eat him alive. It's Nia. She's the force. And you'll see that we saw the teaser. Like she stood in front of Danny when Lala was coming for him. It's a pretty fun scene.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a second. Can we just go back to caribou with the bum knee? Because I don't know. What does that mean?
Well, so any hooved kind of prey, if they need to be as agile as humanly possible because they're attacked by wolves, lions, tigers.
So if they can't run very fast, and they're going to be the first one taken.
That's right. They're weak.
But think of Danny as like a drunk caribou. Like if a caribou had snuck a bunch of Buffalo Trace in a closet and then was trying to get away from a wolf that was trying to break its femur with its mouth. It would be.
If you guys aren't listening to Bad TV, this is what you're getting. It's a lot of real. And you've made some sort of CIA reference. And I just let it go. Because last time I mentioned something about an airport and you went off for 10 minutes about Dulles Airport. So I can't.
Well, to continue the metaphor, so Danny as the drunk caribou, a bunch of wolves are eating him alive, and he's trying to tell them that he actually didn't drink. But they still eat him alive.
They don't care. They're just tearing into his flesh. Yeah,
that's right.
I loved last episode the description and the nonstop discussion of cuckolding. The cucking. And I was like, isn't that just like what Jerry Falwell Jr. did with his wife and the pool boy? He sat in the corner and watched the pool boy fuck his wife.
Yeah, that's right. And then you pretend to cry, but you're actually getting off on it.
And also Puff Daddy did that with Cassie and whoever.
Oh, yeah. Puff was a massive fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, by the way, how much have you experienced in life where that's where you need to go to get off?
Are you asking me? Not me.
No, it was what do you call
it was rhetorical.
Rhetorical,
okay.
yes.
Yeah.
If you knew, if you had a response to that, MP, I'd be concerned.
You're like, lady, you're sitting you're in your coastal fashion, sitting at your beach house. Like you're way different than I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Rhode Island though, because a lot of things came up, and when we start, we're continuing this rumor about Rosie and this basketball coach. Now, you guys are sports people. Who is this basketball coach? Is like University of Rhode Island basketball coach or something?
No, even big sports people don't know who this person is.
Okay.
And
it's like community college basketball coach? I don't understand.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it's like a big let me tell you what it speaks to. It speaks to small town. Mm-hmm. And in a small town like this, everybody's in everybody's business. So he does not even a name, but you can't get away with anything in a small town.
She's the local news girl doing the weather, local on the 8s and all that. Yeah.
And he's a well-known basketball coach, probably for the community college or maybe a small university there. So everyone knows. And again, that's partly to why the show was so successful is, Kelsey knows that Rosie has 2 mortgages because she probably dated the guy.
Yeah.
That wrote the mortgages.
Yeah.
Right. And
I found a picture of him. Do you mind if I share the picture real quick?
No, let me see it. Let's see.
Okay, great.
Is he real ugly? Because they talked about how ugly he was a lot. Let's see. This is the guy?
Well,
he looks like University of Georgia, but it can't be, right? I mean, is it the Rhode Island Bulldogs? I don't know.
Good looking guy.
Providence. Yeah, he's a good looking guy, but
he looks like he's in his 40s.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
50s. Yeah.
Can I share
that happened?
Let me share a personal story. I think the audience will enjoy this.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't ever understand how people in a small town, for example, Brian, thinking he's going to get away with an affair. Okay.
That my mom, so stupid.
My mom was married to a guy.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And this guy that she was married to decided it was a good idea to get engaged to another woman 3 towns over, and then had the balls to print their engagement of a photo of them and announce it in a newspaper, thinking he's going to get away with it. Right. And then go on a trip with this woman to Disney World with this woman. And while he's gone, my mom gets a phone call from the girl who's engaged to my mom's husband saying, I think we have a problem. My sister's engaged to your husband. And I'm sitting there watching my Saturday morning cartoons. And my mom's like, oh, no, he's married to me. And I hear the whole thing go down. Small town bullshit. How the F do you think you're going to get away with this? It took about 10 minutes for the phone to start ringing off the hook for my mom to find out. He had a separate apartment 3 towns over, living a completely different life. And he got away with it for about 3 months before the entire town knew. And actually, people knew before that. But I don't know how Brian thought he was going to take this. When you're having an affair, you can't go out to dinner. What you're left with is probably having sex in your office. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you're having an affair in LA, it would be hard.
Exactly.
To go out in public all the time. They're in Cranston.
Yes. I mean, it's crazy. The Rosie stuff was crazy. The Kelsey stuff is crazy. This is crazy. And then even I kind of forgot until we got to the reunion about the thing about Kelsey dating Dino. Because I think when that first came on the show, I was like, with my spreadsheet trying to figure out their faces. I literally had a spreadsheet. I was like, I don't understand who they look like the same person. Finally figured it out. We also talk about Billy and Alicia, and she's just, I hope she doesn't go Dorinda and lean so far into like her catchphrases. Like, I hope she just stays kooky like Sonia Morgan,
Right.
But she was like, I don't know. When he first dated, he was a stalker. But she says that that they are now discussing a wedding. And she goes, I want to do it in Greece because his family's from Greece and, Mamma Mia and all that.
Right.
So are we seeing season 2 wedding in Greece?
Season 2, some drama. And I think she may be smart enough to now start, you know how these people are. They now start getting feedback and they're like, no, you got to start thinking season 3, make season 2 your planning with Billy and a little bit more drama. And that's how I think it's going to play out. The real question is, I predicted Kelsey's going to dump that dude, that dud, William, because you can't be getting serious with a guy who admits he beats off on a reunion. Okay, you got to dump that loser. And
you're calling him William, his God-given government name?
William L. Europa, Mary Payne, yes.
Yeah, got to dump that dud because she's getting DM'd by people that, I don't know, are probably.
Look at her. Are you kidding me? She's got another guy's going to give her another house, another nice car. Bill is like, I'm 2 car payments away from being done with your car payment. Yeah.
That's right. But he'll still keep that gym membership. So he's gone. Yeah, okay. Now, the real question is, Rula and Brian. I will say currently right now, she is still getting information about what a scumbag Brian is. I say 6 months before the new season drops, there's an announcement of a separation. There is no way that marriage survives this into season 2.
Mary Payne, can I ask you, there's something to be said for I think like my generation and people are getting divorced very, very quickly and very, very
less
easily.
now than before.
Good. That's great. I understand like sticking together and taking the vows very seriously and sickness and in health and all that stuff. It drives me insane to see somebody like Rula stick with somebody like that. Does it like frustrate you to see Rula standing beside somebody who deserves absolutely no loyalty whatsoever at this point?
That Rula thing is so crazy. Well, first of all, when she showed up with that Rachel nose from New Jersey, the Whoville nose, same nose as Rachel from New Jersey. Remember?
Ski ramp.
Yeah. Pat calls it a ski ramp. Yeah.
I don't listen. God bless. She didn't like her nose. She wanted to fix it. Everybody's got something, and I'm all for plastic surgery. Do what you want. I don't know why everybody goes with that nose. Like, I don't know why everybody goes with that. Oh, that's it. Everybody goes with that nose.
The Office, and he points literally at a ski slope, and he says, "You want this?" And they say, "The skis? No.
No, I think it's Cindy Lou who is just only 2 from Whoville. That's what it is. They turn to the side. It's like, whoop, it's crazy. So anyway, so she got it. God bless him. She likes it. She got a lip flip, whatever. Okay, great. But the more that Joe Ellen it's just like she's going to pull out a CVS script. Like, she's got so many receipts. And every time they talk about it, Joel, and I go, oh, no, that was wrong. No, hold on. Let me and nope, that's wrong. She's got so many receipts that Rula just needs to stop. Okay. When they said, Rula said Brian was divorced in 2010. She met him in 2013. They got married in 2016, but she will not say March 7th, July 4th, October 3rd. She won't say the date of their anniversary, which is probably but she won't say it.
But here's the thing, though. He comes out and he has a timeline that's 2 years off. Forget the month. He's 2 years off their timeline. And Pat and I discussed this. Pat's had to coordinate some stuff in a legal environment, right? And whether it's in a legal environment or you're just trying to hide some shit from your mom when you're in high school with your friends.
Yeah.
Usual suspects, this shit. Get everyone on the same fucking page.
Yeah.
And this isn't even an elaborate scam. It's a 6-year timeline. Rula and Brian, pull your head out of your ass, because you have a very you want to talk about a wounded caribou. Jo Ellen is a wolf, okay? She's so good at this, and I know that she's a psycho, but
I love her.
She was the hero of that episode. I mean, she was unbelievable, that reunion. I was so grateful for her.
She did more work than she needed to do. I would have said the one last piece of evidence, reach out to the Spanish teacher, AKA Brian's ex, and just get a statement from her.
Yeah. But I mean, Joe Ellen is like, Brian got divorced in March of 2016. You were pregnant in February of 2016. So you did get pregnant while he was still married. And she's like, no, I met him in 2013. We got married and he was divorced in 2010. She's like, his divorce didn't even start until 2011. So he definitely wasn't divorced in 2010. So I don't know if Rula just didn't know. I mean, she is like a CPA. She's not a dummy. And Joe Ellen's like, he's a polygamist. So how did he marry you and marry her?
She's not a dummy, but there are all different kinds of intelligence. I couldn't, if I had to do what Rula did, I'd bang my head against a wall. Numbers do not work in this brain. Right. But it's a little bit like a neurosurgeon. They're some of the most brilliant people in the world, but you put them at a dinner party and they're going to, they don't have the best social skills. Rula does not know how to get out of this wet paper bag. And the people were theorizing that he's got something on her because the allegiance she has to him, given what he looks like, given what he's done, given her own financial independence, given the fact that she's a badass in her own right, something really weird is going on. And not just Rula and Brian, but this entire cast is definitely brushing up against some stints in the clink. And I think by the time we get to season 5, 1 or 2 of these people will be in prison for
100%. I'll go on Cal Sheet and I'll place some money on that.
Right. Yeah.
The thing too about Liz and Jerry, when Jerry comes up, no matter what you said to Jerry, if you would have said to Jerry, right before you came out here, like Liz fucked a cameraman, Jerry would have been like,
we talked about it. It's fine.
Yeah. He was so baked or so drunk or something, no matter what. And they said something about Dino getting attention. And Liz is like, for all the wrong reasons. I was like, yeah, because isn't he under like federal investigation?
Yeah. By the way, they offered him a deal and he didn't take it, the idiot. Probation. Now he's going to do a federal crime. And you do 90% of the time when you get fed.
Always take the deal.
Yeah. Who famously didn't take the deal? Sweet Karen. Take the deal.
Do you know who took the deal at the last minute? Jen Shaw.
And now she's out.
Now she's out. And thank God we haven't seen her much.
And Elizabeth Holmes is still in there.
That's right. Didn't take the deal. And so, all right. So Brian says for legal reasons, I can't talk about this.
Due to a non-disclosure. I would really like to talk about this and clear the air, but due to a non-disclosure agreement, I cannot.
And Rula goes, I can talk about it. So here's what it is. And Joe Ellen's like, nope, sorry. Nope, that's not correct.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, just say something else because I'm going to pull something from over here and I'm going to pull, and I'm going to have my husband hand me another phone. And she was so good when he said she's a psycho. And she's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I loved it. So he says, Joe Ellen also let them know that she has nothing better to do than to research this because she's unemployed because of them.
Right.
She also, that Brian's dad, who's 80, because Brian's like my age, dad found mistress's dirty underwear in a guest room at their house.
They glossed right over that.
Brian's fucking his mistress at the parents' house. Brian's got enough money to get a hotel room. What are we doing?
Well, there's receipts at a hotel room.
True. Pay with cash.
Yeah, there's also receipts at Chanel.
They won't take cash at a hotel.
How do you know?
Great question.
Brian says your butt smells like garlic.
Yeah, there's lots of. It was a very, very toxic reunion. The Chanel receipt was
pretty good.
Probably the best receipt drop I've seen on a reunion. How did she get his client number at Chanel and then see as his client number what he purchased? She has to. Okay, here's what I'm going to tell you. I have a friend who used to work for Tiffany. So he worked in like the corporate whatever at Tiffany. We had a friend that long time ago, 20 years ago, got engaged and got a Tiffany ring for this
woman he was engaged to, she got so mad at him that she flushed it down the toilet.
Oh.
And so it's gone. So then he bought her another one, which of course we thought was a mistake. And so I asked my friend to look that up to see if that was true. Because I was like, certainly he bought her a fake Tiffany ring, because there's no way he's dumb enough to buy her two. My friend who worked for Tiffany was able to look that up and found out, yes, he did. So all you got to do is know somebody that'll look in the system for you.
That's right.
And I think it's a small town.
That's bad for Chanel, you know? Yeah.
Right. The other thing is, like, I don't, the pot store seems like it could be legit, could also very easily be money laundering, not sure. But this
allegedly.
It's all alleged. It's all alleged, but we have to say that, and we mean that, okay?
Because we don't know, but it's weird.
No,
it's a real big house. It's a real big house on the water.
It's a massive house. So the other thing is this Bunyan bungalow combined with a med spa,
Botox,
with Botox. Mm-hmm. I'm not very clearly an unkempt monster, but do you go and get your bunions removed at the same spot that you get Botox?
No, and I also wouldn't also get my GLP-1 from a Botox or a foot doctor. Nor he was like, and then in the afternoon, if I feel fat, I do Botox, and then when I feel puffy, I do lymphatic drainage, and then I get my NAD IV, and then I get my bunions scraped, and then I'm like, you need to go outside. Like, you're doing too much.
You're singing like a canary. That's the thing that's so beautiful about this is the lenses get on them and they feel like stars.
Joe Giudice.
It's an East Coast thing too. It really is an East Coast thing. They love to talk and brag. It feels good in the moment, and then they'll pay for it later. Right. Also, Beth, the mistress, she was an esthetician and a business partner also in that establishment, running out of that.
She's either a PA or a nurse practitioner, because when Jo Ellen pulled out some of her receipts, she was like, one of the partners was a nurse practitioner that she's like, and she's the one that's suing you, meaning that's the woman he's having the affair with. How did you find out her name was Beth?
Oh, I just looked it up. It's Beth Walker.
You're so funny.
Allegedly.
No, it's Beth Walker.
She's litigious, so let's say allegedly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she also looks like a thin version of Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Stop.
She does. Brian, stick with Rula.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Okay, let's talk about the tracker on his car and him saying, because of the non-disclosure, I can't talk, even though it's a dismissed case, and they all go, it's a dismissed case. You can talk about whatever you want, and it's you and your wife. He's like, yeah. So anyway, but what I will say is, having to be away from her for 4 weeks, I definitely wasn't banging the other chick at all. Nope, not at all. I took those 4 weeks of celibacy, and I really missed her.
Glass half full, not empty, Andy. What happened is, being away from her while I was banging the mistress for a month and a half, it made me miss my wife. Okay, so. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But hey, Brian, what'd you have for cereal this morning, or what'd you have for breakfast or lunch? Due to a non-disclosure, I cannot discuss that.
I'd like to tell you. I'd like to nothing more than to tell you.
I cannot tell you how many mustard packets I used because we're currently. I just illegally I can't talk about the mustard. But yeah, he's. I'm always blown away by the confidence of just hideous, ugly men. Like what are you do? This guy, me and Ruby joked that he's Harry Potter fans know Peter Pettigrew very well. He's a Botox version of Peter Pettigrew, and he's out here having multiple affairs, putting trackers on his wife's car very clearly to find out if he has time to get off or not. Yeah.
Where is she? So, did she live 360 me, and now she's on her way? Yeah.
It's crazy. It's all very still confusing because I'm not sure why she went and got the police involved, because she has this allegiance to him. It's all very messy.
Because she said, I went to BMW to see, I thought my husband put a tracker on my car, because how would he know this, that? She didn't say what he knew, but it was like, how did he know I was heading towards the office? And so BMW said legally they can't do it. You have to go to the police station. She definitely didn't know he was going to get arrested. And she said, his trust will have to be earned back. It's painful every day. And this is his last chance. And Brian, the only thing other than saying that he missed her when he was banging the other girl for 4 or 6 weeks, he says, Rula is the glue that holds the family together. And I'm trying to be a better husband and a better father. And then they all kind of sit there and go, mm-hmm. And Ashley, who didn't even need to be at the reunion, Ashley leaned over and goes, that you're better than him. And she was like, yes. And Ashley's husband, all he talked about was the ice maker at his job. And that was it. That was it.
Yeah. I want them on the show still.
They're going to need to create a drama or something.
Yeah. They can't be the chorus of
Jared. She's zany enough to kind of just be a B character and throw some fun stuff on camera. Audrey's not cutting it. The mochas and the matchas are not going to cut it. But it's not about the husbands, so that's the good news.
Well, so my good friend, they were here with us at the beach, and she's a big Bachelor fan. So and I'm not, I don't know. I just know the name Ashley I, but I never even knew what she looked like. And so we were watching the second part of the reunion together with my friends, which is fun because I never have that, right? I'm always like by myself. So we were all watching it together, and she was like, the guy that she married, like people think he's so good looking. I don't like his teeth. And I was like, well, they look alike. They look like twins. They look like they could be brother or sister twins. And she informed me that Ashley I was a virgin when she married this guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a story right there. We should have talked about that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it was documented. They did like a YouTube mini series leading up to their wedding. Like, it was pretty obnoxious, actually. They
the main thing about Ashley,
hay out of that.
Is she's an emotional earthquake.
The crying's got to stop. She needs her hormones checked.
Hilarious way.
They can stay. I want one more Rhode Island couple that's a complete mess. Another friend of the group that is now dying, having seen season
one. To get on the show.
Dying to get on the show.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I know that it's not going to happen, but I could do without Rula and Brian. Can I be honest? I
don't think Andy likes her at all.
I don't care. She's not filming. She's got this neuropathy. She's got to lay up in bed because she doesn't want her shit aired. But you came on the show, and it's like, listen, the Jen Shah thing, the Mary Cosby, those are crimes of stakes. Okay, this is just two people in fucking Rhode Island cheating on each other. Okay, if you're not going to be honest about it and you're not going to film, just go away.
You know what? There's a point where Batman, and I think it's The Dark Knight Rises, he says, I think I've given everything I have to give. I think that applies here. They gave us everything they have to give. What's left? Have a baby with the mistress? I mean, he's done all the horrible stuff he can do. We've seen their lives. It's falling apart. Maybe she can come back as a single woman. That would be
divorcing him.
Yeah.
Yes, divorcing him.
Yes.
Did you guys think he had like a bad dye job on his hair?
Of course.
I kept looking at it. I was like, that's weird.
It looked like they started to tar and feather him, and they were like, actually, no, this is we can't do this anymore. It was awful.
I kept looking at it like
teal suit. Ugh.
And then he lied about why his ring was off because he gelled his son's hair. And then even Andy goes, wait a minute. I thought, and he goes like, either way, there was gel. I was like, okay. I will say that it was very, very, it was interesting at the end where the men left and whatever. And, they're asking Rula, and she was like, that girl, Beth Walker, I guess, allegedly. The girl is a psycho. The girl is a psycho, and he's an idiot. And Ashley, Rosie, and Rula are all sitting there, and they kind of are looking at Joellen, and they're like, well, things will be uncovered next year. So they're like hinting that like they're going to get her. And Andy, when Andy goes around to ask if there's anything they would do differently, everybody kind of has a normal answer. And I like that Kelsey and Rosie are like, Kelsey's like, if you really actually mean what you're saying, you want to be friends with me, we have to be friends like off camera, like regular people. And then Alicia just says she regrets that a scar on her face was shown on the camera. She's good. She didn't like this scar right here. Mm-hmm. And Andy goes, so you got not that you're in a trust and you don't know what that means, or you're not on the mortgage of your house, or you don't have any stakes in this pizza company. None of that. No, just this guy right here is really bothering me. Yeah.
MP, can I ask you, did as we like progressed through the season, like I think we all felt a bad for Alicia, like she was being purposely scorned by what's his name? The only one people more confusing than the women are the men. They're all Bill and anyway.
Bill, Billy, William. Yeah.
Bill, Jerry, Gary.
Jerry and Gary. Yes.
Do you think that do you have any sympathy for Bill, having seen Alicia's lack of bandwidth to deal with anything trust or tax related in any way, shape, or form? Or do you still think that he's trying to pull one over?
No, I don't think he's trying to pull one over at all. And that was another weird thing that Ashley out of the blue was smiling, laughing, like, he's the nicest guy. I was like, did you smoke some pot while you were in the back room? What are you doing? Are you just trying to talk? No, I don't feel like he's trying to pull anything over on her at all. I think he knows she's a little dim, and he's just like, I've done it. I've given you the name of Sarah, the person you can talk to who can dumb it down to your level.
Right,
and can explain to you what these things mean. And sometimes, I'm not a numbers person either. And my husband and I met with because we've got kids and stuff and a house and all that. And we're you meet with somebody to be like, okay, so we will establish there's this trust so that if we die, the kids don't fight or whatever over,
It's good.
And it's, when you're talking to this attorney, I'm like, back up. Explain that to me like a sixth grader, because I don't know what that means. And they will explain it to you. But Alicia is just like, no, it's confusing right away. And I said, no, I got to go have a caca. I mean, that's it. She was just like, no, and I just trust that it's going to work out.
Right. So what do you want him to do? What do you want him to do?
Here's the most important part. There's 10 states.
He has to be honest. That's it.
There's 10 states in the United States that are common law where if you're married long or you're together longer than 10 years, you're entitled to half. Yeah. Rhode Island is one of those states.
Okay, good. So she's all right.
That she's going to be all right. And I think he's a nice guy. And I love the two of them. The one thing, I don't think it's pulling anything over on her, but the one thing that I will criticize him over, put a fucking ring on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Enough with the proposing and the Adirondack expressions of love. Go have a wedding and get married to her. Okay.
Yeah, just do it. I agree with that. I mean, they got a kid. I mean, he just seems sort of, hey, how you doing? He kind of grew on me as we went. Everybody grew on me as we went. And Jerry of Liz and Jerry, he got more repulsive to me as we went. And by the way, you guys, my theory that I've proposed on the show is Rhode Island is a huge drug smuggling hub. And the reason I know this is because Love After Lockup, there was a couple, Montana Mills and Justine. Now, you guys did watch it for a while. I don't know if you were. So Montana Mills, with a Z, of course, was a rapper, but also in prison for fentanyl. Okay. So he was.
I remember this guy.
He's the fentanyl king of Rhode Island. But the reason he was in prison in Pennsylvania was because of an over the border situation. But he explained on one of the earlier episodes when he got out why Rhode Island was a perfect place for drug smuggling, the access to the water. There's a through to 3 different states. And he explained why Rhode Island doesn't seem like you would be the king of the fentanyl, but he was because of Rhode Island. So that put me thinking about Jerry being gone for months at a time and his best friend is going to federal prison for drug smuggling. They have a pot shop. I'm just sort of all alleged.
Yeah, it's all alleged.
And also, let's carry that thought through.
Okay.
Who's friends with a mid-level cocaine dealer in your 50s? Right? Secondly, let's be honest. Liz and Jerry, they're fucking morons. They have a gigantic house. If you meant them to, you'd go okay, these two probably looking like blue-collar workers. They probably own a tanning salon or something and live in a modest
6,500 square feet
foot mansion on the water. Right. How the hell did these two, it looks like they don't have enough brain cells to rub together, own this property?
And he has 3 kids. It does
not make sense. It does not make any sense at all.
Is it a huge chain of pot stores? Or is it like one or two?
By the way, it's so highly regulated. The federal government makes sure no one gets rich out of that business.
And
I can tell you that.
Listen, I live at pot shops. Okay, we saw that pot shop. It looked like a bespoke operation. It wasn't an Apple store, the kind of pot stores we have out here where people are making money hand over fist. But that looked like a quaint little operation, not a,
an empire,
a monocle kind of empire on the water. Yeah.
Also, to your thought, so they were investigated, both of them, in 2003. They couldn't pin it down on them, but what they were being accused of is actually funding the operation that Dino was working on, which is very hard to track that money. It doesn't mean they weren't doing it. It just means they could not pin them down on the money.
And also at age 50, he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to become a sport fisherman where I'm going to be gone for 3 months at a time on a boat. Also is a little sus.
And the guy who's been arrested for drug dealing is staying with Liz the entire time.
Taking care of her.
Right. Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
I'm telling you,
I don't want that for them.
If you don't think the feds are watching this show and digging through their taxes right now, I can sell you some waterfront property in Glendale. It's landlocked. That's the
I know you guys told me you're not watching Atlanta. I kind of went off it for a while and then I got back on it, and it's really good. The Angela Oakley of it all. And like I told you guys, because my husband's a sporty guy, the fact that Charles Oakley appears normally on this show, and my husband's like, "Does Charles Oakley?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's Angela Oakley's husband." He's like, "No. He played with Jordan. He's this and that." And I go, "Well, he's on this show now." My husband's like, "Huh?"
It's become normalized at this point. It really has.
Well, now I've got like more respect for her, knowing like what a big deal he is. I mean, I think he like had a baby with somebody else while they were married, but whatever.
Do you see Pinky's tax statements through her bankruptcy? How much money she makes a month?
It was like $400. It was like, it's pretty low. It's pretty low.
And she's in bankruptcy court, which she filed in March, and she went out and started like 2 new credit cards, which is completely illegal.
You can't do that. No. I've been following on the Bravo docket. I've been listening to those ladies tell me about, I mean, at the beginning we were saying like a lot of people sue Bravo all the time. That the Leah McSweeney thing is coming up and she wants it to take it all the way to court for the attention. But like, there are so many Bravo lawsuits that literally there's more than one Bravo legal podcast to explain to you what's going on.
Below deck, there is a guy from like 6 seasons ago that has actually made some headway. It's gone like maybe not to the highest Supreme Court, but like the one just under that actually made it through multiple like.
And what's his complaint?
Sex trafficking, I think.
No. That they manipulated the edit to just create a completely different narrative with the footage, which kind of goes out of the bounds. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Wasn't there a guy that?
But you signed a contract that says they could do whatever they want with the footage.
I agree with that, but I think it was so crossing the line of actually making you look like someone that you absolutely aren't. But anyway, it actually, I forget what the legal term is, but got to the point where it's so egregious that they actually are going to hear the arguments for it. By the way, my computer's going to die in about 3 minutes. Sorry.
Okay. Well, then we should wrap it up. Dylan looks like he's doing some research.
No, there's this guy, Barry Drew at Barlow. He was a property developer on Below Deck Sailing Yacht 2.
Different guy. We had him on.
We had Barry on.
Well, he's a bad guy. Okay. Yep. Like eyes wide shut.
You loved him. You talked soccer about him. He's the guy that had the daughter that was dating a guy, and then he ended up dating her boyfriend.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
No, we're talking about a cast member that worked on a boat as a decky, and he is now suing Bravo.
Got it. Well,
Oh my God, you guys.
Don't let them sue you.
You guys, Patrick's computer's going to die, so we'll wrap it up. Is there anything else that you guys are watching that you want to recommend?
No, I wouldn't recommend that anybody watch reality TV. But if you are watching reality TV, in the city, we're covering, and we're about to start OC. I don't know why Tamra Judge is allowed on our televisions again, but OC is coming back.
I'm gonna watch.
Yep, we're gonna watch
Patrick. That they sent me the screener for.
I know. I got it too. I watched the first 15 minutes.
They won't give me the Valley. They absolutely will not fucking give me the Valley, but they'll give me the OC. Yeah.
What? That does not make. Yeah, it's so silly.
Even Patrick tried to help me, and they were like, "Still no. Still no." Tell everybody what you're covering and where they can find you.
Below Deck, In the City, OC, all at Bad TV, and if you want to hear us talk about our just daily lives and Michael Jackson documentaries and a homeless woman that I saw in the theater the other day called The Cinnabum, go to patreon.com/another podcast network. Patreon.com/another podcast.
For $5, you get like 4 shows a week.
I listen.
MP,
Thanks,
we
MP.
love you so much. And MP, when are you coming on? You got to come on and do OC or In the City or whatever you're watching.
I've been trying to get on, but I've been.
Yeah, we've asked her like 4 times.
I've been back.
She's so busy with her beach house and her 50,000 shows.
No. I want to come on, so we'll figure it out. It's easy. But Patrick will sometimes ask me like the day before, and I'm like, nah, that I can't do.
Okay,
give me like 3 days warning.
Okay, we'll schedule it a week in advance.
Okay, bye guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Love you.